Oh yeah, howdy folks. We're going to talk about Ambarella earnings today. Pretty interesting one for me. Stock I used to hold back in the day. Definitely haven't for a hot minute now. But still a company I'm interested in for several reasons. Semiconductor company, as in a chip maker. Really like what they're doing. We'll look at these earnings. They're up 5.7% after hours. Have been a little bit absent as of late, which I do apologize for. Having a day off work and a solid week, so we got Thanksgiving off though, so we're ready. We're ready for Thanksgiving. We got a couple more videos planned for this week. It'll be good. Hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving, but let's get into these earnings. So, first off, dirty pop-ups always ruining my flow. Ambarella posted a Q3 non-GAAP EPS of 9 cents, which is a beat by 4 cents. And a GAAP EPS of a negative 49-cent number, which is a miss by 8 cents. So I can't lie to you when I say slightly disappointing, right, in terms of an EPS standpoint. I'm a huge GAAP EPS fan. I like the GAAP principles where we actually are consistent with judging every single company because it's a good way to actually judge in between companies. Now, to see a negative 50 cents is pretty rough. It's 49 cents, sorry. It's pretty rough, can't lie. And a revenue of $56.1 million is down 17.4% year over year, but a beat by $2 million. It's a good beat, but still down quite a bit. 17% year over year is a lot. GAAP gross margin is 62% versus 57.6% a year ago. Non-GAAP gross margin of 62.7% versus 58.1% a year ago. For Q4, they're expecting between 56 and 60 million in terms of revenue, and gross margin between 59 and 61. I hear a little bit of sleet outside. Can you believe it? We went from summer last week, and it's sleeting just a little bit, baby. We love to see it. So that's it for revenue. Pretty crazy. And guidance there. A little bit more details here. We see operating expenses increased 10% on the year to 51 million. That's pretty crazy stuff. Operating expenses of 51 million, but a revenue of 56.1 it's pretty crazy to see that they're spending that much compared to what they're bringing in. It's not a good ratio for sure, but again, it is one they can fix. Q4 guidance is a lot better than expected. They're only expected a consensus of 51.78 million, and they're expecting 56 to 60. So pretty good there. And operating expenses is supposed to drop to 31 to 33 million, which is a good improvement over this quarter for sure. And from their CEO, Fermi Wang, I don't think that's what a pirate says when he's talking about something that's for his ding-a-ling. Fermi Wang. Hey, did you get the ointment, Fermi Wang? That's a good joke, and I want you to laugh. But our AI vision portfolio is well positioned for the mega trends around security, safety, and automation. And the pandemic appears to be accelerating the digital transformation. We are announcing a significant automotive revenue a funnel and providing a strong CV growth outlook. We have also recently added new CV customers in Asia, expanded our organization, and strengthened our position in high volume markets with the introduction of CV28. Go. So we'll look at the press release. We love looking at the press release, okay? Press release is just a thing we do, and you're going to deal with it. We saw these numbers, no doubt. And we saw the guidance. So nothing super crazy. Really, it's a baseline earnings press release here. Nothing crazy. They're actually not giving me highlights. It's relatively boring. I can't lie to you. But as far as stock repurchase, they did mention this on here. The company did not repurchase shares at all in the third quarter of this year. Can you believe that? During the second quarter, they approved an extension of $50 million repurchase program, but didn't repurchase any shares this year. And again, you think about it, if you look over the last month, the stock has been still, all things considered, not dirt cheap, but the stock's been more expensive at points, right? It has been more expensive. Very, very up and down stock. Really not much movement in the last 5 years at all. From close to 60 to around $66 a share. Not really much movement in the last 5 years for this stock. So again, I don't know. I think if there was time to repurchase shares, last quarter wouldn't have been a bad one if you're talking about towards the start of the quarter, in August, September range. Those would have been good times to purchase shares, but they didn't. So it's interesting to see. I don't know when they're going to expand on that repurchase program, what that looks like. Yeah, interesting stuff. This could be good stuff. Again, that's why Ambarella is an interesting one when you talk about video camera security systems, with what the chips do here. Advanced driver assistance systems, pretty big because you talk about autonomous driving, or really theirs is more of driver assistance, supposedly autonomous. So stuff that'll help you really, drive without you being 100% in control. Somewhat autonomous, but it's not, I guess, to an extent. It's crazy. They do offer a lot as far as the chips are concerned, but again, the business just isn't quite fully fledged, and you see a decrease of 17% on the year, and it makes you think for sure. You do get concerned of it potentially. Let's look at the balance sheet because I think it's worth taking a look at. Total current assets on this company. They give me a 9 months comparison. Total current assets sitting at $476,000. Not too bad. Or $476 million is what I really meant to say. My bad. Compares to $451 million of 9 months ago. Total assets in general of $549 million compares to $527 million. So an improvement there, right around the $20 million range, $22 million. Not too bad. What I do like, though, and let's just be frankly honest, I love this liability line on this company. The balance sheet's good. Only $87 million in terms of liabilities. $86 million. That's pretty nice, and that compares to $79 million. So only an increase of around $7 million in terms of liabilities, but you saw an increase of assets by close to $22 million. So really good stuff. Stockholder equity is incredible on this company. I mean, this is a top-of-the-line balance sheet. $462.6 million in terms of stockholder equity versus $448 9 months ago. So in a pandemic, they've raised this balance sheet quite a bit. Not the best quarter in terms of profitability, but again, this is a balance sheet it's really well poised. I think Ambarella is pretty decent of a company. I don't think this stock is a buy at this point, though. I can't say it. I'm more concerned about the revenue numbers, really, as far as the decline is concerned. I think this could have a really big future, really bright future potentially. The balance sheet's beautiful, and it'll position them well to do whatever they really want to do in the future. They've got the cash, right? And they have the balance sheet support to make any decisions they really need to make. The question is, will they make the right decisions in the path they're going? That's really the question. But overall, not a stock I'm considering buying. Really hope you have a good day.